What is going on, you beauties, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm doing something different than usual. Now if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I don't usually talk about video games or even review them. But ever since Clair Obscur Expedition 33 released, it's all I can think about. But before we discuss it, be warned, there may be spoilers in this. I consider anything really for this game to be a spoiler because it's absolutely fantastic and you need to experience the story yourself. So for that reason, I will only show content from Act 1 and nothing further. And if you happen to enjoy the video and you enjoy the game itself, maybe drop a like and subscribe. The support means the absolute world to me. Now, the game takes place in a dark fantasy setting, and every year for the past 67 years, the people of the island of Lumiere have suffered an event called the Gamage, where a goddess known as the Paintress paints an ever-decreasing number, and all humans with an age above that number disappear. Now, every year after the Gamage, Lumiere sends an expedition of volunteers to head to the mainland in an effort to slay the Paintress, before she can paint a new number. Now, there's not much more I can say on the story without spoiling it, but at least you've got the general premise. Next, I want to discuss the visuals. Now, I'm using the term visuals instead of graphics, because I think it can be easily misconstrued. It's nice to have a game that has absolutely stunning graphics, but it also goes hand in hand with the environment and the atmosphere around you. You can have the greatest looking game in the world, but if the world itself isn't inviting, then the graphics can kind of fall flat. But Expedition 33 manages to tick every single box. It has some of the most beautiful and detailed environments I've ever seen in a video game. And the fact that it all runs on Unreal Engine 5 and flawlessly without any hitches is just absolutely mind-blowing. There are countless environments and biomes, all with their own instances. And then you have the continent, which is the open world portion, which you're free to explore, although some of it you can't really do until later in the game. And searching every nook and cranny can lead to some great secrets, which I won't spoil. Next, I want to go over the combat. Now, typically, Expedition 33 is a turn-based game, but it's more than just that. There's so many layers to the combat that makes it much more engaging. So to start off, you have a basic attack and a ranged attack. Now with the ranged attack, some enemies have certain weak spots, and you can do significant damage or even hinder them by hitting these. And then each character in your party has a set of skills and a skill tree. You can unlock powerful attacks, buffs and debuffs. But when it's your turn, there's quick time events, and if you hit these on time, then you can do more damage or enhance your buffs. And when it comes to the enemy's turn, you can dodge, or you can parry and perform a counter attack. This adds a whole nother dynamic to a turn-based game, making it play something more like Sekiro. So if you play well enough, technically, you could beat the game without ever taking a hit. Now, there are some other elements to the combat which you unlock later in the game, but I'm not going to mention them here just in case it spoils anything for anybody. Now, the enemies also have weaknesses and resistances. So there's several different elements in the game, such as fire, ice, earth, and using different elemental attacks will either do more damage to the enemy, or it may do little if they're resistant. Some enemy encounters may take a couple of attempts just while you learn the timings of the parrying and the dodging system, but learning the enemy patterns can be fun. Because when you nail those perfect parries, it becomes a sort of dance between you and the enemy. And to me, it just feels so satisfying. So aside from the skill tree for each character, you can also equip something called Pictos. Now Pictos are passive buffs, and you can equip 3 on each character. Each one will have a certain level, and the higher level, the more benefit you're going to see from it. Now, once you've completed 4 battles with the Pictos equipped, you'll unlock the Lumina for it. So with Lumina, this means you can equip Pictos that you've unlocked on any character, and on all characters, even if it's the same one. There are numerous ways to get Lumina points, which I'm not going to go into in this video, but once you've acquired Lumina points, you can assign further Pictos to your characters, taking them from 3 Pictos up to as many as you like, as long as you've got the Lumina to do so. Luminas are probably one of the more advanced systems in the game, and it's probably the most beneficial system in the game. Stacking dozens and dozens of these will see your character buffed quite a lot. Throughout your time with the game as well, you'll unlock so many different weapons for your characters, all with their own benefits. Weapons scale with your attributes, and they also have certain elements. And at higher levels, you can unlock certain perks that buff your character even more. One other thing I wanted to mention in regards to the characters was you can have several different haircuts and outfits for them. There are some really great ones, and there's some very strange ones. But one small detail that I did appreciate was the fact that no matter what hairstyle you put on or what outfit you wear, it's reflected in every single cutscene. Moving on to the sound and the music, Expedition 33 boasts some of the best music in a video game ever. There's a great variety in tempo and melodies, and there's some very emotional and powerful songs that play during key moments. And there's some funny music too. And there's one particular track that gets stuck in my head when you're fighting a certain enemy multiple times throughout the game. And if you've played the game, you'll probably know who I'm on about. The music is just so flawless and it captures every moment perfectly for what's going on in the world. When it comes to the sounds of the game, they're okay. I wouldn't say they stand out in any particular way. They do the job they're intended to do, while not really doing anything particularly special either. And finally, I just want to touch on the voice acting. Now, Expedition 33 has a pretty stellar cast, including Andy Serkis, Ben Starr, and of course, Charlie Cox. I'm not sure who else is in the cast, but what I can say is every single person does a fantastic job at delivering their lines. When it's emotional, it feels emotional. The characters' lines are said in such a way that you feel the weight of it. And the same can be said when they come out with one-liners and funny moments. It just all comes together so well that you can't help but like the characters and kind of care for them. Honestly, I'm kind of taken back by this game. I am not a fan of turn-based combat in any way, shape or form, but the world of Expedition 33 just sucks you in. Everything about it just works so well. An engaging and emotional story, tied in with characters that you actually care for. You take that and you place it with absolutely stunning visuals and breathtaking biomes, makes it hard to ignore. The combat is incredibly satisfying, with a wide variety of skills and systems at play, mixed together with a dodge and parry system, just creates a unique blend that's never been seen before. And I wouldn't be surprised if other turn-based games take this approach in the future. The game boasts a deep progression system, and there's so many different builds that you can make for your characters. And there's no concern about replayability, because the game also has a New Game Plus system. With the hours that I've put into the game so far, I've literally not seen a single bug or any sort of technical issues. I don't think I've said this about a game before, but Expedition 33 is literally perfect. And the fact that it was made by such a small development team, on a smaller budget than AAA games, is just mind-blowing. This is a game that I will think about for years to come. So, like I said at the start of the video, this isn't a review or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to get some thoughts and opinions out on Expedition 33. It's not my usual form of content, so if things didn't work too well or it wasn't formatted correctly, I do apologize. But if you did end up enjoying the video, maybe consider dropping a like, or maybe even subscribe. Until next time, take care.